Can you guys?
Put him on the TV.
You guys can either stand on this side or on the back bench. I'll put them on the middle table there. So please stand on this side.
Oh, so we can't be close to it.
This is gonna be so sick!
I'm so freaked out.
Who's gonna record it? Who's gonna record it?
I'll record it. Oh my god!
That's a tiny snake.
Wait, can we like...
The mouse is alive, baby!
No. I'm gonna say the first Zenith!
Yes, Kirsten.
Hey guys, the important thing is when I'm feeding him that
Dang,
you can get excited about it, but to know that his natural instinct is if it's really loud and noisy, that he thinks there's a predator around, so he's not going to be very active. The other thing is he may not eat, but I'm pretty sure he will because he hasn't actually eaten for a while.
Bass is so terrified. He knows what's coming.
Can you guys not sit on this particular table or lean on it? Because I don't want the vibrations will actually also...
He feels vibrations.
He'll feel that. Okay, I have...
The mouse. We're gonna show the mouse have a name.
No, I don't name him.
This is completely...
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That was my pet. That sound time.
It is a little traumatic. Have you ever seen this happen before? I think I'm like... Basically, I will drop him in, and as soon as Zenith knows he's there, if he is hungry, he'll swing around, he'll like wait for a second, and he'll grab him, he'll coil him. It goes really fast. And then after a few minutes after he's suffocated, then he'll start to eat it, and it does take a few minutes. So ideally, if you have like other things, you can just watch the initial.
Who's filming? Who's filming?
There is there's a foot cam in the little drawer.
What's your movie? Ratatouille.
You guys gotta be quiet.
Stuart Little.
Guys, that's Stuart Little's cousin.
Stop, guys. Guys, let's not get attacked. Guys.
You guys gotta be quiet.
Guys, let's get quiet.
Guys, my snake, I'm gonna be the one too big. It had to go.
Oh my god, I didn't watch this.
The mouse is crying. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. He's not even gonna touch you. He's not gonna touch you. No.
You gotta give him a minute because he knows something's in there with him.
No, don't touch him, guys. Quiet.
No.
He's very hungry, so he's gonna stop. If you guys could stop moving, that would be helpful. Okay, don't move.
No.
Look at the agonizing. Look at the mouse. He's just so like sad.
His eyes are gonna bolt out because he's being squeezed really hard. So that's
not dead yet.
Something's gonna pop out of
no.
there.
They also defecate and urinate because that's the instinct.
Don't move back. I'm going right on top of you.
The mice do because it's.
Is it dying right now?
It is. So basically right now what's happening is he's suffocating it. So every time it breathes out, he squeezes a little tighter, and the mouse eventually cannot breathe in. And then that's it takes a couple minutes, but he'll actually be able to feel it breathing.
Oh wow!
And he actually coils really tightly up on it.
Mr. I used to have a 6-foot long snake, and we had to give it away because it started to crawl out to eat humans. Swear to God.
Who ran?
His eyes are red.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, their eyes are red to begin with.
I want to see the eyes pop out.
No, I've never had the eyes explode or anything.
That's horrible.
I know.
We just give them like Cheerios.
Yes.
Well, then how many of you guys like to eat, I don't know, hamburgers?
Chloe.
Hot dogs?
I had like 2 today. Well, I can't eat like
Where's his head? Where's his head?
No, they don't eat
It's
it.
on the neck.
They're carnivores. This is what they do.
Have you ever tried to resuscitate it after biting it?
Is it not dead yet?
Resuscitate the snake, the mouse after it's
Guys, it's in so much
Do you think it's dead now? Does it feel any of this?
Is it not dead yet?
Probably doesn't.
Well, something else happened.
Huh? Yeah, in a couple more minutes.
Actually, it's really
as soon as he feels that it stopped moving, then he will actually.
But did you guys see the speed of that?
It's
Like when he just
whiskers.
turned,
I told
how
you it's like
fast?
that. Don't
Renee, what if
people
you
go
had
bump
fast
the
on the
table.
basketball
Don't bump
court?
the table. See how he's doing with his tail?
What does that mean?
That rattle. It's like a fake rattle. But if he was outside and there were some dead leaves around, he would rattle his tail like that. And if there was any other animal nearby, he would try to pretend he's like a rattlesnake so he wouldn't get injured. But that is sort of a warning to not.
Do they
get
sell mice like for food?
Yeah, they're called feeder mice, and you can get them at Petco.
So adorable.
They raise them for
So they're not raised in a nice environment.
They're raising like a test with like shaving stuff like that.
That sucks.
Gracie.
To like be born to be eaten.
Gracie's so cute.
It's like twitching.
Izzy, you're like in the
I think it's dead.
It's your face.
He's got to make sure because again, if your prey is not dead and it's just faking, right? And if you let go, it'll run away.
But there's nowhere this mouse can go.
The whiskers are so moving.
So he will let go after a couple minutes here when he thinks that it's definitely dead. And when he does that, then he'll start to look where the head is. He'll flick his tongue and try to find out which way the fur is going because it's really uncomfortable for snakes to eat them backwards. I've seen that happen just a couple of times when he was younger. He didn't really have a lot of experience as a hunter, so he definitely did eat a couple backwards and it really didn't look that happy, especially for the legs, because the leg joints, especially the rear legs, it's really hard for them to go the opposite direction.
So he like swallows them whole.
Yeah.
How does he taste anything?
They push the arms and stuff down by the side.
How do they taste anything?
Their mouth gets pretty big.
I'm so hungry.
I don't care
Does
about
he not chew anything?
I think this has
Carly, you look devastated.
How does he like digest the mouse?
Gracie knows that you're gonna
It's
shake
all
the
it happens in their stomach and their digestive tract. And
The
their
mouse just like shrinks.
Butler looks devastated.
Oh, the browse breaks apart. That's
And the only things
I just want to see it swallow it. That's all it's here
like
for.
in the face.
Wait, how is it gonna swallow it? No.
How can you not think for that long?
Oh, he's probably dead now.
He's like posing for the camera.
I don't know.
Did he poop himself yet?
Is his nose wiggling?
Yeah, he's
He pooped himself?
Oh, he's releasing.
No, he's still.
Okay, so now
He's still alive.
No.
Yeah, he is.
So the snake's now saying, don't move.
He's alive.
no the mouse.
Oh my god.
That mouse is a hero. It's actually a mongoose.
It's like a battle.
What did they sell you? The mouse's bone structure is just like
This is a mongoose.
Sometimes this happens. He doesn't get a really good grip on it, and the mouse will not die.
Look, his face is right there.
That's the first time I've seen that happen.
This one has
He's putting
superpowers.
on a show.
The mouse bit him. Did you guys see that? The mouse bit him in the face. Yeah, I got a perfect view.
I think he gave him.
I think he bit. That's the other problem with feeding live is a lot of people don't like to do it because the mice can bite back.
Ew, he smushed his face. I think he gave up. What is that? Wait, is that possible?
Huh?
Is he gave up?
If you guys are moving around a lot, it's really gonna distract him. So just hold still and let him. I just want to let him.
Oh my god, I see him smushing his face.
I really want to make sure that
Danny, look.
Stop.
stop moving.
He's afraid.
Just hold still because he's still trying to figure out if this mouse is dead or not. This is why he was holding onto it for so long because he can still feel it breathing. And right now he's still in hunting mode, which is why he's kind of jerking his head around like that. So if you guys just want to hold real still, that way I want to make sure the mouse is dead because I want to make sure he doesn't get injured. One time when I put a mouse in here, it fell on his coils and he went to strike the mouse and it jumped and he actually bit his own body and that really hurts them a lot. I mean, he was bleeding. So for the safety of them, I'm just going to have you guys just hold still for a few minutes while he tries to figure things out.
How long is the bladder days recorded?
Just hold off for a few minutes here until I'm sure that I'm pretty sure the mouse is now dead.
Do you feel bad for the mice when they
Guys, just.
Eat that little bastard.
He's checking to see if it's.
Grace, I think it's a show for sure.
Danny.
My dad loves steaks.
Izzy, you want to hold this camera, please?
Danny.
Oh wait, that bright light. Yeah, the bright light. Guys, that light.
Oh. I didn't know I had the light.
That's not the stupidest. It was looking at me. Saying hi.
Hopefully we'll get a chance to see him dress it.
What if he just leaves it there and like, oh, I don't want it?
He's done that, I think, only once or twice. Usually if he kills them, he typically eats them. Right now he's just like, he's very alert.
Is it dead, do you think, the mouse?
Possibly. I thought it was dead earlier and then he let it go.
Well, the tail's not moving anymore. I can see the top of the
How
mouse
often do
tail.
you feed him?
He eats, this is actually unusual because he just got done with his like mating period where they go into heat. They don't eat during that period, so he hibernated like all throughout December and a little bit of January. And in the middle of February, he woke up and he was not hungry at all. So what they do is after the hibernation period, they wake up, they come out, they mate. And of course, he doesn't have a lady snake around, so he was just crawling back and forth in his tank very disconsolately. And it takes them several months before they can actually eat again for a lot of them. So he has, on a regular feeding schedule, I feed him 4 mice every 3 to 4 weeks. So he really doesn't eat very often on a regular basis.
Does he eat anything else?
Nope, just mice. Most snakes, smaller snakes are insectivores too. Some of them will eat small like grasshoppers and other things. Most snakes that are this size are going to eat mostly mammals. Some of them will eat frogs or toads. I've seen milk snakes eat toads before, or try to eat a toad before. It's a pretty interesting sight.
Does he have good grip on it right now, do you think? Does he have good grip on it?
No, he doesn't. The mouse is kind of like this, and he's got his coils around it like this, but it's not. The good grip is when he's coiled like this. So the mouse could still be able to. Yeah. So he's really just trying to wait and see what his best option is.
This mouse is a warrior. This mouse is going down in beaver history.
That's one of the ways. If there were a venomous snake, they'd be able to strike them with a venom to live for them. Yep. In this case, most snakes are going to be constrictors because again, they don't have hands.
I should get a venomous deal.
He does strike, yes.
Does venom come out like glands in the mouth?
Yeah, their glands are at the top of the mouth, and they come out the actual large fangs. So they're really modified teeth. He does not have fangs. He just has tiny little rows of sharp teeth.
You should get a venomous.
I just saw the mouse blink.
No.
Has he ever like kicked you?
No, because if I ever get bitten by one, then I'd have to go to the hospital.
Has he bitten you before?
He nipped me once, and it was because he was hungry, and I put my hand in his tank to take him out and put him in this tank to feed him. And he thought I was a mouse, and he, like that. It feels like it's like a paper cut.
Me and Zenith made some eye contact. So he's a nice.
He's a pretty well-behaved snake most of the time. Yeah.
He's a human. Just like
Just let it, like, when you hatch, you usually
come back
take them
home
out.
early, right?
Huh?
He likes to stay out of the party.
That's right.
Wait, where'd Nettie go?
Dude, Nettie's like under, like, they're still alive. The same way.
They should have stayed. They missed the action of the mouse.
I don't know if I wanted to
like
see
on
it.
top of the thing.
Yeah, he's just really sitting on it now.
Yeah, he's just waiting. Is it really heavy for the mouse?
Probably. And especially if he's squeezing it. They're very muscular.
I need half of that.
Are you gonna eat now?
He's breathing.
You see him breathing?
Yeah, I saw him. And I saw him blink.
So he's starting to smell.
It's just like I made eye contact with him. He spoke to me.
How hard is it to kill a mouse?
Usually it doesn't take very long. Usually when he coils it like that, usually it doesn't take long at all.
Like a
But sometimes the mice can take, what they'll do is they'll sort of like do a fake out and they'll take a breath in as the snake grabs them. And then they'll hold that oxygen in until they can't anymore. So, he's checking out.
The mice are pretty resourceful too, though.
Am I allowed to get up and leave or not?
Yeah,
No.
just go slow.
No, you have to stay.
Because right now he's checking to see if it's dead, and he might start to eat it if he can figure out what ends what.
Mouse is dead.
I just saw the mouse blink. Why is it dying? I want to see the mouse. It's like oh yeah, it's still alive. I know.
This has been way too long.
Oh, come on.
It's been 14 minutes.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god. He's actually biting.
All right, here he goes. So he's gonna pull the mouse into a position where he can actually get the head out.
Stop moving. Stop moving. You guys need to stop moving.
So he's gonna look.
Wow, this mouse is a fight.
What did they
Smells
sell?
spicy.
What did they sell?
Feasting.
Oh man. I have no idea how it's sold.
What did they feed him at the pet store?
Sorry, I want to get him off the
Feed
soil.
this mouse at the pet store.
Really?
Hold still, hold still.
Carly.
So scared.
I can't believe it's still alive. I'm really surprised. This is actually the only time I've ever seen this happen.
Take him out.
The mouse knows we're cheering for him. That's what it is.
Save the mouse.
This mouse is video.
No.
Oh my god.
That's cheating.
Cornered.
Stop. Oh my god. I can see it so clearly.
Let's try to pin it down so we can grab it.
No.
This is predation at work.
Oh, it had that.
He's like,
He might
hello,
just try to,
buddy.
he might just try to eat the mouse.
Did it lie? Whoa.
Maybe he was.
Yeah,
Wow,
he
that
bit
was
the
the
face.
first time
That was sick.
His face.
Danny, grab that. Danny, grab that.
Oh my god. His mouth. Oh my god.
Kill him.
Oh my
I really hope he calls it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's not going to be pretty.
Take down. Smush his.
Yeah, he's like, he's screwed.
Let's go.
The mouse put up a good fight.
Oh. You're probably eat it live.
Well, I don't think he's...
Oh, that must be so painful. Oh, it's pooping. Oh my god, it's pooping. Oh my god.
Alright, now
I knew it was.
So now it can't breathe though, right? There's no way because now it's going to
completely
space.
smushed.
It's gonna now it's gonna. Look at the little feet.
Oh my god.
Little feet on the
It's a wrap.
Oh, it's still moving.
It's
I think that's like jerking.
Oh, it just. It just
Yeah, they defecate when they...
so now it's dead, right?
I'm so hungry right now.
I'm like actually about to bed.
Yeah. I warned you. Yeah, I thought so too, the first and second time, but...
No, I meant like I thought you were gonna feed him a dead mouse.
Oh, no,
Not
live
live.
mouse.
Yeah, it's dead now.
I think it's dead now.
Where's this? Yeah, I think it's gone. No,
He's gonna, this time he's gonna make sure.
where's Zenith's face?
It's underneath. He's got the mouse's head in his mouth.
The mouse.
So is he like suffocating?
Zenith is a snake.
How does the snake breathe while he's doing that?
They have a tube in the bottom of their mouth that allows them to breathe even when their mouth is full.
It's just
It's pretty cool.
He's eating it right now. He's eating it. And he's sucking at
He
it.
probably figures that's the easiest way for it to not to bite him.
Ew, I can see him like chomping. Yeah, he's like moving.
He's hungry.
He's chowing down. I know.
He's gonna eat the
That mouse like
poopy.
desserts.
Some extra plate right there. Just like
Some seasoning.
It was like a super mouse.
come on.
I know, this mouse kind of deserves to live.
Holy God.
So here, now he's starting to eat it. If you go around this side, you can kind of see better. But he's basically walking his jaw left and right down the mouse.
Oh my. How about the feet? What about the feet?
He'll still eat, yeah, the feet and everything.
The feet, everything. The tail.
So like a little piece of spaghetti.
The tail's like a little piece of spaghetti.
What if the mouse jumps around in his stomach?
That is. Oh my God.
By the time it's in there, it's
The mouse is
there's no way. Like,
Oh.
it would not.
Just like.
It can run back out of his body.
This is how they are.
Yeah.
Crazy. I mean, how long does it take?
By the time they get
How long does it take for him to like swallow the whole thing?
Chloe, watch it.
Yeah, that poop
We gotta
smells
eat it.
disgusting.
So what he's doing right now is their teeth are curved backwards, so they can grab and get a good grab.
It's just like
And they're
sucking.
walking their jaw left and right, back and
Like dislocates his jaw.
It was a mongoose. This is.
This mouse.
Oh, there it is, there it is.
It's a son of a mongoose. This thing's a beast.
Except it's
It's
fine.
dead.
It's rattling its tail.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah, guys, stop moving.
don't bump the table.
No, he's chowing down. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he's a hungry snake.
We do not want to see that. I want to see this mouse.
That's
I had a dream that
Doesn't this just want you make you want to play ball, Renee?
it would die and we'll eat it. It's gonna be that mouse.
Where's the fun in that?
He has a big old
Phoebe's dad was telling me that.
dislocates its jaw. Big mouth. It's like a hamster.
Phoebe's dad.
Remember how they stuff things in
Chloe.
their cheeks?
Chloe, Phoebe's dad was telling me that the defenders on his lacrosse team used to feed a snake before every game so that they could get pumped up for the game. Like they would feed the snake. Yeah.
Oh, and he just crunches all the bones.
To get pumped up like in a good way.
Yeah, like to get excited like for the games, like when I rip someone's head off. That is sick.
Yeah, he's trying to.
That's actually kind of cool, but it's disgusting.
All that exercise.
You can see the muscles that he's using in his neck to push. He's actually using the tank too. He'll push his head towards it and stay.
Where's the rest of the mouse?
Oh my god.
The rest is in his body.
I think it's so small. Oh god. He's like, I know, it's like a little dance.
No, no, still.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't have the mold.
the tube, when he gets to like really close to the end, you'll actually be able to see if he's come around this side, you can see the tube that's in his mouth. It helps him breathe while he's eating.
It's really?
What's for dessert?
Oh my god.
No, I didn't bring any more.
Four, it's four, he's four.
He can eat 4 in one go. Like if I toss 3 more, like one after the other.
Look at its
What is
muscles.
Oh,
Yeah, he's gonna eat everything.
Can you really
Look at its neck muscles.
Oh my
god.
Oh my god. Is the mouse dead?
Yes, the mouse is dead.
Wait, kid, are you serious? You just asked the mouse
He
to
just like
dead.
stops it. He gets it back out.
What disgusting parts did he eat? Looks like that's
Then you
his
can see the mice inside.
Oh, look at the tail.
So if you look at his mouth, you can see the teeth, and you can see a little tube in the bottom of his hair.
Oh. Good job.
You can like see the mouse inside.
Bravo,
Oh
Snake.
my god.
And if you watch for a couple more minutes, you'll actually see it.
Grace
all-
is
push it
so
all the way down to the little
interested.
squirrels.
He looks funny.
How did that just happen?
Looks like his tongue's sticking out.
I know. Like
Michael Jordan.
Except that was another creature's
Does he
tail.
enjoy the tail and the feet and stuff?
He just eats, he eats everything. He's not
Don't
picky.
even
Ran
The
out the
mouse
other end.
cuts his insides open and pounces out.
Yeah, I want to get like I'll probably get some more bites.
Yeah, how's it digested?
I
don't see it. You can see it.
And then,
Yeah, you can definitely. He's like, ah. He's
Can we put Angelo in there?
He's ready for
if I had the choice, I would try to feed him like
It's just going down his body.
He's about this mouse
Yeah,
about
it's
this
the
far
middle
down,
of
and
the
then I'll
coil.
throw the other one in there.
That is
If I
so
throw it in
weird.
early, he won't be able to coil it right
I was
away.
supposed to be doing work this whole time.
I was supposed to be meeting with
So
Mr.
now he's
Corey
gonna start
now.
looking around for other food. You might also see him adjust his jaw in the next few minutes if you stick around.
Okay, I need to go.
Me too.
That was very interesting.
That was crazy.
It's nature.
I feel like scarred.
That's so wild how he's like going back.
Damn nature.
That mouse was a warrior.
I know. Yeah, that mouse doesn't deserve to live.
We're gonna give him a memorial service.
That's the most interesting one I think I've seen yet.
She's
That was sick. The mouse bit him in the face the first time he got away.
Not lighting, are you?
Nope, you look good.
Oh, there he goes. He's trying to fix his jaw. Looks like he might have got a little chunk taken out of his lip on the top.
the mouse.
Do you see that? Yeah. Well, a mouse bit him, but I think I don't know how he's bleeding or anything. See how he's still hungry? He's looking to strike something else. That's why he's coming after your camera.
Sorry, buddy, the camera's not edible. Sorry to burst your bubble.
And there it goes. Cool.
Video.
Thanks. Traumatic. Yeah, exactly.
That's ill.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that was.